To Jyoti online classes. Here we discuss about mathematics of class 9, first chapter, number system. Now we will discuss how the non-terminating repeating decimal expansion can be expressed in the form of p by q, where both the numerators and denominators p and q are integers and the denominator q is not equal to 0. Let's see some examples. Here is a question. It is given express 2.3 bar in the form of p by q, where p and q both are integers and q is not equal to 0. Here we have to express this decimal number 2.3 bar in the form of p by q, since 2.3 bar is non-terminating and repeating decimal number. Here this 3 bar means 3 is repeating again and again. It is a non-terminating decimal part. This 3 is non-terminating decimal part. Since 2.3 bar is non-terminating, we have to consider this 2.3 bar as x. Let x equal to 2.3 bar. It means x can be written as 2.3333, which is repeating again and again. It is not terminated here. Now we have to consider this statement as equation 1. We have to consider the statement as an equation when the decimal part contains all the repeated digits. But the repeated digits. Here the decimal part has the repeating digit as 3333. So we can consider this statement as equation 1. Next, here we will observe only one digit, that is 3, is repeating. Since only one digit is repeating here, so we can multiply here 10. When we multiply this equation 1 with 10, that means we will multiply 10 in both left side and right side of equation 1. Then we get 10x, x into 10, that is 10x, and 2.3333, that will multiply with 10 gives 23.3333, which is equal to 23.3 bar. Since this statement also has the decimal part containing repeating digits, so we can consider this statement as equation 2. Now look, both equation 1 and equation 2, they both have same decimal part, that is 3 bar in both the equations. Now this equation 1 is subtracted from equation 2. Yeah, subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. When we subtract the first equation from the second equation, we'll get 10x minus x becomes equal to 23.3 bar minus 2.3 bar. Now this 10x minus x becomes equal to 9x. When 23.3 bar minus 2.3 bar, then we get 21. Here 9x becomes equal to 21, then x becomes equal to 21 by 9. Since the value of x is considered as 2.3 bar, so 2.3 bar becomes equal to 21 by 9. Now this number 2.3 bar is expressed in the form of p by q. Here 21 by 9 is in the form of p by q, where both P and Q, that is 21 and 9 are integers, and the denominator here, that is Q, which is substituted as, or we got at 9. This 9 is a non-zero quantity. It is satisfied all the conditions what it is given in the questions. P and Q both are integers and Q is not equal to 0. They are satisfied here in 21/9. Now look the second item. Express 5.14 bar in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both are integers and Q is not equal to 0. In the first case, we observe when the decimal part containing only one repeated digit, but here this number containing two digits which are repeating in its decimal part. 5.14 bar, here this 1/4 is they are reoccurring again and again in its decimal part. We have to consider this 5.14 as x. Let x equal to 5.14. The bar is present over 1 and 4. We can read as 5.141414. These 1, 4 are repeating here. Since x equal to 5.14 bar, this decimal part has two digits that are repeating here. Since two digits are repeating, so we have to multiply both sides of equation 1, both sides, that left side and right side, by 100. When 100 is multiplied with x, we are getting 100x. When 100 is multiplied with 5.14 bar, we are getting 514.14 bar. Now look the second statement. 514.14 bar. The decimal part has repeated digit as 14141414, which is similar to the decimal expansion in the decimal part of equation 1. This 141414 present in equation 1, the decimal part of the number. Same things happening in equation 2 also. Now we have to subtract this equation 1 from equation 2. When equation 1 is subtracted from equation 2, we will get 100x minus x becomes equal to 514.14 bar minus 5.14 bar. Now look, 100x minus x becomes equal to 99x, and 514.14 bar minus 5.14 bar becomes equal to 514 minus 5, that's equal to 509. Here 99x becomes equal to 509, then x becomes equal to 509 by 99. Now look the value of x. It is considered as 5.14 bar. So substitute this value. 5.14 bar becomes equal to 509 by 99. Now we got this number 514 bar in the form of P by Q, which is equal to 509 by 99. Now we will discuss how do we represent, how we locate any irrational number on the number line. When it is asked you to represent any irrational number like root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, root 19, root 21, etc. on the number line, how we can locate them. First question here, represent root 2 on number line. How to represent this root 2 on the number line? Since the number line we mark only 1, 2, 3, 4 are the negative of this natural number -1, -2, -3. Generally, we do not mark such type of root 2, root 3, etc. We mark generally in this way 1, 2, 3, 4. So, first we have to find the position of root 2 here. First we draw this number line which is marked as 0, 1, 2, 3 and the left side of 0 it is marked -1, -2, -3, -4 like that. Here each of the segment are of 1 unit from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, 2 to 3 they all are with the length 1 unit, 1 unit. And at 0 it is marked as O and at 1 it is marked as A. Now at the point A or where it is marked as 1 we have to draw a perpendicular. Perpendicular means which subtends at 90 degree. Yeah, a perpendicular that is AB is drawn and the length of this perpendicular AB is of 1 unit again. Here this OA is 1 unit and AB is also 1 unit. Now when we join this point B with O, we will get a triangle here. OAB. Here in this triangle, the angle of OAB becomes 90 degree since it is drawn perpendicular with the number line. Next, we have to draw an arc placing the compass at this point O. Place the compass at O and extend the compass up to B and taking this length OB as radius, it is done an arc BC. Here this BC is an arc whereas OB and OC both are radius of the arc. Since OB and OC are radius of same arc, then the length of OB and OC becomes equal. Now we have to know why this OC is the length of root 2. Here this point C is the position of root 2 here. So why this OC is of length root 2. Here in triangle OAB, the angle of OAB is 90 degree. Since it is drawn the perpendicular, the angle of OAB is 90 degree. Here the triangle OAB is right angle triangle. Since one of the angle is 90 degree, it is right angle triangle. Where OB is its hypotenuse, OA is base, AB is perpendicular and OB is hypotenuse. According to Pythagoras formula, hypotenuse square becomes equal to the sum of squares of base and perpendicular. Hypotenuse square, that is OB square, becomes equal to sum of squares of base and perpendicular, that is OA square plus AB square. OA square plus AB square becomes OB square. Now we have to put the value of OA and AB. Since the length OA is marked here 1 unit, this OA is of length 1 unit and AB also is of length 1 unit. So OA square plus AB square becomes equal to 1 square plus 1 square and 1 square plus 1 square is 2. Now we got OB square is equal to 2. Since OB square equal to 2, then remove the square by putting square root in both sides here. Square root of OB square is OB and square root of 2 is root 2. Now we got OB is equal to root 2 units. Here this OB is root 2 unit. Here the hypotenuse OB is root 2 unit. Next we will draw the arc BC by taking OB at radius. Since it is drawn the arc, this OB and OC becomes equal. Both are radius of same arc. Since OB is root 2 unit, this implies OC also equal to root 2 unit. Now look, OC, length of OC is root 2 unit. That means this point C represents the position of root 2. Next, come to the next question. Represent root 17 on number line. Represent root 17 on number line here. How to represent this root 17? First, it is drawn a number line. Next, it is marked as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that by taking 1 unit each. There at the point 0, it is marked as O, and at the point 4, it is marked as P. Now, at the point 4, it is drawn a perpendicular, that is PQ, perpendicular. That means which inclines or which subtends at 90 degree on this number line. Now it is joined OQ. Here we are getting a triangle OPQ. Now we can say this OR becomes equal to root 17 and R is position of root 17. How to justify it? Now consider the triangle OPQ. Here in triangle OPQ, the angle of inclination of OPQ is 90 degree. Here angle OPQ is 90 degree. Since this OPQ is a right angle triangle, then the side opposite to 90 degree, that is OQ, becomes its hypotenuse. OP is its base and PQ is its perpendicular. According to Pythagoras formula, hypotenuse square becomes equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Here OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. Since OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square, then we have to put the value of OP and PQ. Here OP is 4 unit, PQ is 1 unit. After putting the values of OP and PQ, here you can write in place of OP square it is 4 square, in place of PQ square it is 1 square. 4 square 16, 1 square 1, that 16 plus 1 becomes 17. Here OQ square is 17. Then we have to make square root in this statement. Then square root of OQ square becomes equal to square root of 17. Here OQ becomes root 17 unit. Now this OQ is root 17. This means length of OQ here, distance from O to Q, it is root 17 unit. But OQ and OR both are the radius of same arc. OQ and OR radius of same arc. So the length of OQ and length of OR both become equal. So OR is also equal to root 17 units. Since OR is of length root 17 units, so R is the position of root 17. Here R is position of root 17. Here we have to represent root of 7.5 on number line. Here this number has decimal part also. Root of 7.5. How to represent it? First, it is done the number line. It is marked at one point and named as O. Then we have to mark at another point with the length 7.5 unit. This line is marked with the length 7.5 unit. After it is marked by another point B, where this AB is of length 1 unit. Now, a perpendicular is drawn at A. Next, we have to find the midpoint of OB. The midpoint is found by drawing the perpendicular bisector here. Perpendicular bisector of OB. This perpendicular bisector of OB is passing through the number line with the point here that is marked M. Now take this point M as center and MOS radius. It is drawn in semicircle. Here M is center, MO is radius, and semicircle is drawn here. The perpendicular at A and the semicircle both are intersected at this point, which is marked at C. Now place the compass at A and measure the length AC by taking AH center and ACH radius. An arc is drawn here. The arc CD is drawn from the point A, which is considered as center. Here the length AC and length AD both become equal because both are the radius of same arc. The length AD is said to be the length of root of 7.5. We have to justify why this length AD is of length 7.5 root of. Here, this OA is taken as 7.5 unit and AB is taken as 1 unit. So OB becomes 7.5 plus 1, which is equal to 8.5 unit. Now from O to B, the length OB is 8.5 unit. After finding the midpoint of this OB, M becomes midpoint here. So length from M to B is half of OB, that is half of 8.5 is 4.25 unit. Here this MB is 4.25 unit. Next, we can find MA here by subtracting this AB from MB. When AB is subtracted from MB, we will get MA. We know the value of MB, length of MB is 4.25 unit, and we got this AB as of length 1 unit. So MA becomes equal to 4.5 minus 1 is 3.5 unit, 3.25 unit. MB is 4.25, MA is 3.25 unit. Now look the triangle MAC. The inclination of this angle MAC is 90 degree. Since AC is drawn perpendicular on this number line at the point A, the angle of inclination of 90 degree. We can apply Pythagoras theorem on this triangle MAC. Here MC is the hypotenuse, whereas MA is base and AC is perpendicular. Here hypotenuse square, that is MC square, is equal to MA square plus AC square. In this way, we can find AC square here. AC square is hypotenuse square minus base square. This AC square is MC square minus MA square. MC square minus MA square. Now, the value of MC and MA is substituted as 4.25 and 3.25. So, AC square equal to 4.25 square minus 3.25 square. Now, this part is in the form of a square minus b square. We can find the square of this number by direct multiplication also, or by using identity. Here, this one is in the form a square minus b square, that can be calculated as a plus b into a minus b also. Here, 4.25 plus 3.25 whole into 4.25 minus 3.25. Here, 4.25 plus 3.25 becomes 7.5 into 4.25 minus 3.25 becomes equal to 1. So 1 into 7.5 becomes AC square is 7.5. Since AC square is 7.5, then AC becomes root of 7.5. Here this is AC is root of 7.5 unit. Since AC and AD both are the radius of same arc, so AD also equal to root of 7.5 unit. This length AD is also root of 7.5 unit.